Hello everyone. Well, my name is Julia. I'm customer success agent here at UXPressia, and I'm here to spill the tea on our new feature, which is artificial intelligence in Personas editor. Before I show you the artificial intelligence itself, I'd like to give you a quick rundown of the persona editor. This is relevant to what we are going to discuss today. I'm pretty sure that some of you have tried creating personas at UXPressia, but for those of you who didn't, here it is. So this is how persona layout looks like at UXPressia. It consists of different sections. We actually have more than 20 types of sections in the section menu. You can add different kind of them. Some of them are purely text-based, as you can see. Some of them, well, offer a twist. But each section is yours to tweak, so you can rename them easily. You can reorder them, you can color them differently. So basically create your own persona profile, your customized template. And this is an example of how the filled-in persona may look like at UXPressia. Here it is, quite nice, I think. So yeah, now you know how to create a persona at UXPressia, and we can head to artificial intelligence. So from now, a UXPressia persona editor includes artificial intelligence functionality driven by OpenAI API. It acts like a virtual assistant that helps you to create personas faster than you would do manually. However, here I'd like to make a small note that this artificial intelligence functionality will not replace you such essential things like doing research or validation, because these are something that can only be done by humans at the moment. Well, maybe one day it will be possible, but for now it's like that. So what do we have? Actually, we have two tools driven by artificial intelligence. One is a persona generator right here. You can find this on the top of the persona editor. And another one is the image maker, persona image maker. You can find it right here. I will talk about persona generator first. So I have prepared this empty template. This is actually the default one, nothing specific here. So you can find this range of sections like name of the persona, goals, quote, background, frustrations, motivations, and so on. So I've created this template. You can actually customize it, as I already mentioned, so we'll leave it like that. And now to generate a persona from scratch, I head to this AI button right here. And we see this option, two options actually, suggest a new persona and improve this persona. So we'll start from a new persona first. And the next we see here is describe your case field. So this is actually the place where you can describe what would you like to get, what kind of persona. We also call it a prompt. Well, everyone who uses any kind of artificial intelligence tool calls it a prompt. So I'll select prepared actually one of the examples, and I will paste it right here. So this is going to be a man, small business owner from Texas, who decided to open a new business branch and now is looking for a recruitment agency to assist with hiring people for this new branch. Okay, we have it. Now let's take the photo for this, generate photo for this persona button, and add the description of the image of our persona. What would we like to achieve? So I will also copy it from here and pasting it right here. And what would that be? Let me show you. That actually would be a middle-aged man with black hair, wearing a suit, sitting in his office, which is light and spacious. And that's pretty much it. So we've added all the details. Now let's unleash the magic. While we are waiting for artificial intelligence to generate the persona, you can scroll through these little tips that we've prepared for you to make your experience even better. So just a couple of seconds to go. And we should have it. Okay, so here it is, John Smith, the ambitious entrepreneur. We have the image of our persona. We have all the cells filled in, all the textual cells, because artificial intelligence that we have in this persona editor works with textual content only. So yes, all the cells are now filled in, and here it is, our persona. Cool, huh? Now, by the way, if you don't like the image that this generator created for your persona, you can always change it. I will show you how to do this a little bit later. But for now, let's play. I will ask you to write down in the chat the example of the case you'd like me to generate right now live. So feel free to make like kind of a description of the persona you'd like me to generate. This actually can be a short description. It doesn't have to be something, you know, like a huge story. Feel free to share your interesting cases. Let's wait for some time. I will select some of the most interesting cases. Yeah, let me give you a minute. Paul, an intellectual property attorney who wants to search for patent more easily. Interesting. Well, Paul is the only one who shared. We can wait for more seconds if anyone else would like to maybe offer something. If not, it's completely fine, although do not hesitate to play with us here. So, okay, let's actually use this description, Paul's description. So I actually prepared another empty template for this purpose. So again, it includes a range of empty sections, default sections. And right now I'm heading to the AI here. We'll copy the description that Paul shared. Okay, patent. Okay, we'll skip the part with photo for now. And let's actually see what the tool will generate for us. Yeah, just a couple of seconds while it does it work. And here it is, Alex Thompson, the innovative attorney. We see the goals, we see the quote, it skipped background. However, you can always add any kind of info after when if you'd like, while you improve this persona. We have motivations and frustrations. So basically, yeah, it generated us quite a nice persona. How do you like it, Paul? I hope you do like it, actually. It looks quite nice. Okay, so that was it regarding the first option. The first option with generating personas from scratch. But now I would like to show how you can actually make your persona, how you can enrich it with data, because sometimes you might have some data. For example, you did research and you have the data, you'd like to generate or enrich the persona based on this data. So I will show you how to do this on our previous example. For example, this John Smith. And again, I'm heading to AI tab and go to the Improve This Persona tab right now. And we see what would we like to improve here. So I would like to first to enrich it with more details and make it region specific. Then I'll add the region to specify United States of America, for example. As we remember, he's from Texas. And which sections to update? Let it be goals and maybe quote. Also, you can add any other details you want in the other request field. I will ask artificial intelligence to make it more inclusive. Okay, and again, we ask the tool to do this magic. Wait for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. I hope it will not take minutes. Well, who knows? Okay, so let's check the quote field. We see that there are some details about the United States job market. This is exactly what we wanted to add, some details about the location. Also, we have the goals, amended field right here. So yeah, it did its work. It enriched the profile with more details, so you can do the same. And the last part of this update that I wanted to show you is the persona image maker. So I'm switching to another template that we've prepared for you here. And here it is. So Persona Image Maker is a small yet mighty tool that might help you to generate a photo for your persona quickly and make it unique, to make it perfectly tailored to the unique traits of your persona. And yes, you won't face any copyright issues because it's generated by AI. So how to do this? We use this photo section, and from here we head to AI. Again, we need to describe to add the prompt to describe the case or the persona, what would we like to achieve. Again, I have the prepared prompt for this, which would be the following: middle-aged red-haired woman in glasses who sits in the office and wears casual clothes. Her hair is curly and long. Great. Let's generate and see what we'll get here. Okay, so artificial intelligence offers us a couple of options, and as you can see, there are 4 images. If you feel that nothing of the not any of these images fits your expectations, you can actually add more details right here. It's not a problem at all. You can write just something to or maybe change the description at all. I will use this one. I think that suits quite well. And yeah, so that's how it works. You'll always be able to change the image once again, if you'd like, just by clicking replace image and again, writing the needed prompt right here. So yeah, that is pretty much it regarding the tool itself. And now I would like to switch to my presentation and share with you some of the cases where you might use artificial intelligence. Okay, so I'll switch this slideshow. Okay, first, as I've mentioned, of course, if you need to create your persona as soon as possible, this is a great way to do this. For example, you just finished the research and your boss insists on making the persona as fast as possible, not giving you enough time. So you can just use artificial intelligence for that. Or if you're preparing a presentation for the client and you're, well, it's forbidden to use real persona profiles, you can use the persona image maker. So another case would be if you want to improve your product. For example, you would like to make some improvements based on the personas you have in place. So what you can do, you can just add the new section, for example, product feature ideas, as you can see here, and ask artificial intelligence to generate feature ideas based on this or that persona profile. And you'll have some insights that probably might be worthy adding to your product roadmap. So yeah, that's another cool case how you can use artificial intelligence. Another one would be to use it for marketing purposes. For instance, if you would like to generate some content, if you need some content and you already have your personas or target audience segments, you can, based on these personas, you can generate either tone of voice, again, just by adding an empty section, naming it accordingly, tone of voice, like we see here, and asking artificial intelligence to create a tone of voice for the particular persona. Also, you can generate text for online ads, newsletters, and so on and so forth. So any marketing content for this specific audience based on the persona profile. The next case here is using AI for preliminary research. So if you'd like to understand your audience, but you have really limited resources for the research, you can use AI. But here I'd like again to know that it makes sense to do this, to use it as a starting point, but of course, it's better to make your own research, like a real research, as artificial intelligence will not replace the research made by the real people for now, but this is also an option just to kickstart the whole mapping process. And last case that we see here is using artificial intelligence for education. For example, if you have some workshops dedicated to like persona development, you can introduce people to the concept, just demonstrate how these research data transformed into the filled-in profiles. You can create the day in the life description based on the persona, based on the data that you added in the persona, to explain your audience how to make them more actionable, personas more actionable. So yeah, these are the cases where you might use artificial intelligence. That actually brings me to the very end of our today's small presentation.
Thank you, Julia, for your detailed presentation. We already have one question to reply to. So just give me a sec. The question is there an option to improve names to represent different nationalities or race? One thing that concerns me with Gen AI is diversity.
Well, speaking of the names, first of all, I'd like to show you the tool that we have, like name generator. It's not connected to the AI, it just generates a name based on the location right here. So you can try this option. Speaking of the AI, if you'd like to make the name region specific, as far as I understood the question, you can again add some details about this in your prompt. For example, if we are speaking about improving the persona, you can just ask AI to make it more inclusive, make the name, for example, typical for this or that region, something like that, if I understood your question correctly.
I believe yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the next question is from Igor. When generating or improving persona from scratch, how does AI know your user just based on a few lines or even well-written prompt? Persona is an outcome of a thorough and research efforts, which culminates in a summary representation of your audience, including their authentic quotes. And yes, the generation of persona or improving it with existing data from your research is better since you feed it with the evidence-based information collected during your research efforts. I know that's a long question. It's still not it. However, in those cases, do you think it may eventually come down to a generation of persona for a mere sake of generation of the artifact, regardless of the fact that it could be a starting point to improve on?
Yes, well, here I should say that we definitely do not recommend to use artificial intelligence instead of making research. It just might be, you know, to some of us we have this fear of the blank page, you know, when we don't know where to start. So that might be a great idea to just generate some content which will definitely not be, you know, like the realistic based on your specific case, but it will be just something to start from and something that you can just update later. But definitely that will not replace the research, the validation part. Again, as I said, that can only be done by humans.